person-centered therapy, originally known as client-centered therapy, really puts the client at the heart of the process. So it comes from the humanistic psychology or positive psychology movement. It was really kick-started by Abraham Maslow, who said we shouldn't just allow psychology to focus on the negatives, but also really the positives, and how do we help people function and grow and self-actualize. And Carl Rogers took this idea and applied it to psychotherapy and came up with this idea of person-centered counselling. And Rogers really said, well, it's not about what I can do to the client, it's about what kind of relationship can I provide in order to allow the client to solve their own problems and grow and self-actualize. So for Carl Rogers, really the relationship was everything. We didn't need to bring any fancy techniques or technology into the therapy room. If we just provided that right kind of relationship and made that relationship last over a period of time, then the client would improve because they would solve their own problems and they would figure it out for themselves. So what kind of relationship do we need to provide? Well, Rogers came up with what he called the 6 necessary and sufficient conditions. They're now known as the 3 core conditions, and if we can provide these conditions, then the client will improve. Another key aspect of person-centered counselling is that it is non-directive. So we don't tell the client what to do, we get them to come up with their own solutions, and for the most part they set the agenda. So they come in, they talk about what they want to talk about, and we ask relevant questions and maybe focus in from time to time, but the essential part is that the client is in charge. So they're leading the counselling and they're getting and setting what they want from the counselling, and they're leading the discussion. We're going to look at the core conditions in more detail in the next lesson.